twatuddeko eyanda lyawo natugamba ayiteresi natutambala nga tegamala nakumala ddala Julius yabadde yowulira twatoddeko eyanda lyo twatutamala netugamba Robert ndakutya dimudamba owulira tumugamba tulesewo kamera empya olw'ensonga Robert yagenda osigalawo nga yakola kinga
MMS, we have Narutaya Helena, MMS, we have Jennifer Maremo, PGD, we have Dr. Alex Nduhura, PGD, we have Mr. Owora Baram, MMS, we have Mr. Kule Abraham, MPA. We do congratulate our own staff that have completed their different courses, and we welcome you to the occasion. As we wait for the procession soon, shortly we shall have the procession coming in, and when they come in, we shall all stand up. And until we are told otherwise, we shall keep standing until the Chancellor and the procession get seated. We request that as we proceed with the graduation process, the graduates should take note that when the names are read during the graduation process, we shall all stand up to be awarded or conferred upon different degrees and diplomas, and we shall keep standing until the awards are done for each category of the program that will be read. We also request that we keep calm, we wait, we become patient as we go on with the process of graduation. We have had incidents where we move away very quickly and we leave the process going on. Just a minute. We continue to request that once the function begins, we respect the Chancellor and we respect the function by keeping our tones a little bit low if we have to talk. And so we request a little bit of order when the process of graduation is going on. Another thing we need to note at this moment, we shall request that those with parents and children, if you're a graduate, if you have a child, if you have a parent, once we call you to come to be awarded or conferred upon your degree or diploma, you leave the child behind, and we shall request that at that moment we only have the graduates in front. One other graduate that we recognize today is the Guild President. Our Guild President is one of the graduates of the day, and we appreciate him. We appreciate President and the whole Guild for the well-done job during their term of office. We continue to ask for your cooperation and your hard working as you proceed with the rest of the ceremony. as well as the rest of the work outside there. We request that you become our ambassadors after you have left UMI.
I'm feeling you from a million miles away. I live for you on every night and day. If
Graduates, please, let's get seated. Graduates, the procession is about to start. And I request that once the procession starts, we stand up. We stand when they get to the red carpet. Once again, let me request the following to wave to us. Earlier, I had where we have got postgraduate diploma graduates of project planning and management, DPPM. Where is DPPM? That is the mighty DPPM. Can we have our people graduating the postgraduate diploma in public administration wave to us? Great. And we have graduates of urban governance and management. Where are you? Urban governance and, okay. Human resource management, HRM, Kongs. And we have another project, monitoring and evaluation. Yeah, that's another mighty group. We have got financial planning and management. Where are you? Financial management and accounting. Where are you? Oh. And then we have records and information management diplomas. Where are you? Those have not come. We have procurement and supply chain management. Kongs. And I can say your head of department, Dr. Nduhura, is part of you. Dr. Nduhura, thank you for the leadership of that program. We have got those from information systems management. Where are you? Information systems management. Oh, we have organizational development, DOD, postgraduate diploma in organizational development, postgraduate diploma in marketing. Great, please, those who are still standing, graduates, let's get seated because the procession is about to take off. We have our friends from DIMA. Okay, that is, I can see Meda Tuese. Oh, okay. We have got professional courses, CPA, SIPS, SIMS. Where are you? And then we have leadership and management, masters in educational leadership and management. Where are you? Masters in business administration. Okay. We have got masters in institutional leadership. Masters in institutional leadership. Where are you? Okay. Among our graduates, we have got Kabyanga Godfrey Baruku, who is Minister of State for Information, Communication, Technology and National Guidance. He has completed MMS in urban governance. And we also have Brenda Namukuta, who is woman MP for Kaliro District, where she has completed a postgraduate diploma in monitoring and evaluation. And we also have our former Minister of State for Education, who is graduating with a PhD. We have, and this is I don't want to make mistakes in the pronunciation. Honorable Rosemary Nansubuga, Nantongo Nansubuga, Seninde. She's with us. She's graduating today with a PhD. Honorable Seninde, you are most welcome. Okay, thank you. We also have amongst us the former Deputy Head of Public Service and Secretary to Cabinet, Mama Deborah Katuramu. You are most welcome. Among the graduates, we have Mr. Hilary Bisanga, Representative Commissioner General, Uganda Prison Service. Henry, congratulations. We also have Dr. Alungat, representative of the IJP, Dr. Barbara Alungat, you are most welcome. And we also have okay, thank you so much. Please, let's get seated. Let's get seated. I would like to inform our guests that we start today graduations at the main campus this 14th of March here at Kampala. Next week on 21st, we shall be holding a similar function at Mbarara, and on 28th, we shall be in Gulu, and then 4th in Mbale. It's important to be aware, to inform your friends. Please, let's get seated, let's get organized. The guests of honor, in a few moments, few seconds, will be arriving, and we should be found when we are settled. Graduates, please, let's settle. And those who have just come, we set certain rules that we stay around up to the end of the function. In certain institutions, you see people after their names have been read and the awards conferred, they start walking away. Let us not be part of that kind of behavior. And you also expect you to remain quiet. And when your name is read, please you stand up and remain standing until the Chancellor has conferred upon you the award. Once again, you are most welcome. Feel at UMI. Please allow me to announce the arrival of our chief guest, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Thomas Tayewa. Please let's give a big hand clap to recognize his arrival. Our guest of honor, Chief Guest, we are so honored to have you here to recognize this very important ceremony. So in a moment we are getting started. Those who have not found their seats, please get seats. And through your presidents, through your class or representatives, get the links so that you will share with people who have not come, so that they be part of this function. Please share the links. Our president share the links with the class, with the classes, so that people who have not been able to make it here will become part of this function. As I announced earlier, this function is on UBC, courtesy of one of our graduates, Peter Kagwa. Peter, thank you so much for this offer. Let's clap for Peter once again.
Pigayo start.
Welcome our chief guest, Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Thomas Kayeba, our Chancellor, Dear Chancellor, Chief Justice Emeritus, Pat Magunda Kabrebe. We have our Chairperson, UMI Governing Council, Engineer Paul Kagoda, and the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Nato Mizwa. We also have our Honored Baba Nekanyano, Dr. James Nkata, the Director of Programs and Student Affairs, Dr. Manas, and we also have the Director of Finance and Administration, Dr. John Nakabago. We have council members. Mr. Chancellor, sir, we shall start with the anthems, starting with the Ugandan anthem, 3 stanzas, the East African anthem, and Uganda Management anthem. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, and chief guest, allow me to invite the head of department distance learning, Dr. Resti Mogeza Kamia, to say a prayer.
Our chief guest, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, Thomas Tayewa, our beloved Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, shall we humble ourselves for a word of prayer? Almighty God, we thank you for the gift of life. We gather here to carry out the responsibilities bestowed on us. We beseech thee for the wisdom, foresight, and courage to transact the business of the Institute in such faithful and fair manner so as to promote its development. We recognize that by diligently carrying out the responsibilities bestowed on us, we serve our fellow human beings as you would want us to do. We do all this for the glory of your name. Amen.
Our dear Chancellor, His Lordship, Chief Justice Emeritus Bart Magunda Katurebe, we kindly constitute the congregation.
I constitute this assembly into a congregation of Uganda Management Institute for the conferment of degrees, award of postgraduate diplomas and ordinary diplomas for the academic year 2023-2024.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to invite the Director General, Uganda Management Institute, Dr. James Sinkata, to address the congregation.
Our chief guest, the Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Minister of State of Higher Education and Representative, the Chancellor of Uganda Management Institute, Honorable Members of Parliament, Head of Public Service and Secretary to Cabinet, all permanent secretaries present, all MPs present, chairperson and members of UMI Governing Council, distinguished members, guests, in your respective capacities, ladies and gentlemen. Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Chancellor, sir, distinguished guests, staff, parents, and most importantly, our graduates here today, good morning. It gives me much honor to welcome you, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and thank you for accepting our invitation. We do not take it for granted. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate the 22nd graduation ceremony of UMI. This moment marks not only the personal milestone for each of our graduates, but also affirms the etches in the endurable mark that UMI continues to imprint on the public sphere of this country. The Institute has operated under a fairly favorable environment created by the continued government support and stability of the country. Through you, our chief guest, we thank the Parliament of Uganda for the continuous support to this institute whenever issues of the institute, including the budget issues, come to the floor of Parliament. We pray this support continues uninterrupted. Mr. Chancellor, sir, in this graduation cycle, we shall present to you a total of 3,294 graduates. These include 10 honor diplomas, 2,411 postgraduate diplomas, 867 master's degrees, and 6 PhDs. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the success of our graduates today is not solely on their own, but has been shaped by the support of their families, the guidance of their lecturers, and their comrades and the peers. Allow me to thank them all for their contribution to this success. Mr. Chancellor, sir, as we celebrate the success of our graduates, we need to remind ourselves of the environment our graduates are going to go and find themselves in. In a world that is increasingly interconnected yet divided by differences, we need leaders who understand the power of collaboration. The greatest achievement in history have been made possible not by individuals working in isolation, but by communities that come together to drive change. Whether in governance, business, education, or civil society, the ability to foster unity, inclusion, and collective progress will determine the impact the institutions and individuals make. Uganda Management Institute has prepared these graduates before you not to just step into careers or advance their current way of doing their work, but to step into roles and responsibilities where they will be called upon to lead with integrity, to serve with humility, and to uplift those around them. Our graduates have been made to appreciate the true leadership is measured not only by personal choices or successes, but by personal numbers of lives of people they touch and transform. Mr. Chancellor, sir, since the last graduation, the Institute has made several achievements. Allow me to highlight a few. UMI has signed an MOU with the Ministry of Education and Sports for a 2-year, 7.7 billion Uganda shillings World Bank funded project under the Uganda Secondary Education Expansion Project. This project aims at improving teaching and learning across the country. UMI is delivering a certificate of competence leadership and management training to 3,300 secondary school head teachers and 3,300 head teachers and over 100 cluster center coordinators across the country. To date, we have covered eastern and western Uganda, and in May of this year, we shall be in northern Uganda. Uganda Management Institute has also been contracted by the Ministry of Public Service to develop this country's 15-year public service administration reform model that will produce guidance to all public institutions for the purpose of creating synergies for improved service delivery and reduce costs of doing business in the government. UMI is yet to sign an MOU with the Makerere University, Kampala, and Science Training Institute of Social Development and the Ministry of Gender and Social Development to deliver a certified course on essential social risk management in Uganda. Very soon, this project will expand under the GROW project in various parts of the country, working under the Ministry of Gender, Labor, and Social Development. We are also into partnership with other government agencies, both private and public, and we will continue to deliver on other capacity initiatives in this country, such as those with the UPDF, Uganda Police, Bwebaja, Uganda People's Defense, Uganda Air Force, Uganda Prison Service in Ruzira, and the Ministry of Local Government, Office of the Inspector of Government, GIZ, Enebo, Uganda Heart Institute, and many others. In addition, Mr. Chancellor, sir, our schools have made tremendous achievement. The School of Business and Management is committed to advancing its programs through research and innovation-driven approach to knowledge dissemination with a strong emphasis on practical, industry-relevant skill development. The school is actively exploring ways to enhance its curriculum in response to global technology advancements. This transformation will be achieved through the ongoing engagement with industry leaders, alumni, and stakeholders to ensure our programs remain aligned with evolving market needs and industry trends. Staying at the forefront of technological advancement by continuously reviewing and updating our curriculum to equip our graduates with the cutting-edge skills necessary for success in digital economy, and fostering a meaningful community engagement by collaborating with government agencies, businesses, and profit organizations, and other stakeholders to create hands-on learning opportunities beyond the classroom. Under the School of Management Sciences, a memorandum of understanding between the Uganda Management Institute and Nelson Mandela University was signed on September 15th in 2023 and has facilitated academic collaboration, enabling UMI faculty to contribute to the Nelson Mandela University Journal of Business Administration. As a result, 5 academic staff members have successfully submitted their manuscripts for consideration. In pursuit for advancing doctoral training and research capacity, the school co-hosted the second paper development workshop on 31st October and 1st November 2024 in collaboration with the University of Hamburg and Makerere University Business School. This initiative, funded by the European Group of Organizational Studies, provided doctoral candidates and emerging scholars with a platform to refine their research under guidance. The PhD in Administration and Management has been re-accredited with a substantive modification to enhance academic rigor and research output. The key revisions in this program include an introduction of 4 core modules. Those are philosophy of social sciences, pedagogy, scholarly writing, and the computer application in research. An increase in doctoral research seminar and the colloquiums to foster scholarly engagement has been fostered. In addition, for research only and publication-only PhD pathways alongside the traditional coursework and research are being developed. Furthermore, academic diversification continues with the development of a Master of Science in Digital Logistics and Entrepreneurship, designed to address emerging trends in digital economies and supply chain innovation. Mr. Chancellor, sir, our School of Civil Service, Public Administration and Governance is still rooted in the legacy of the Institute of Public Administration. The school remains the central to Uganda Management Institute's mission of advancing public sector excellence. The school is committed to strengthening governance, and we have partnered with the Ministry of Public Service to co-run the Civil Service College in Jinja. We have also launched a postgraduate diploma in diplomacy and international relations and invite government entities, security agencies, trade bodies, and international organizations to participate in this program. The school has the following upcoming milestones. 1, March 2025, it is hosting a professional chair in diplomacy and international relations for 12 months. And 2, it is also planning to convene a regional expert panel on the DRC and the Great Lakes region, fostering diplomatic solutions to the persistent challenges. We urge our partners and stakeholders to engage with these transformative initiatives. The School of Distance Learning and Information Technology is dedicated to advancing ICT education, training, and research while transforming the institute programs to distance and e-learning formats, aligning with the Vision 2020 and the Institute Strategic Plan. The school focuses on equipping professionals across the sectors with essential ICT skills to drive socio-economic development. The school has rolled out a new programs for 2025-2026. These include a postgraduate diploma in cybersecurity and computer forensics, data science and artificial intelligence, business and data analysis. Additionally, the school will introduce e-learning versions of the postgraduate diplomas in the human resource management and the procurement and supply management chain to enhance accessibility. Mr. Chancellor, sir, UMI is shifting to a research and innovation-led MDI, prioritizing practical learning over conventional teaching. The focus is on generating localized knowledge to address governance and management challenges. By the time UMI enrolls students from the reformed national curriculum, national education system, the transformation will be complete for a seamless fit. Our UMI Research Ethics Committee was accredited in 2024. Ethical clearance is now mandatory for master's and PhD students, improving research quality. UMI continues to influence and improve public policy through research and public dialogues. Our Management Business Incubation Center supports business growth through incubation activities, connects entrepreneurs with the key stakeholders, and partners with UDB and the MOBs to mentor UDB beneficiaries in UMI centers of Mbale, Guru, Mbarara from March to September. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the staff of UMI, since the last graduation, our academic staff have made 60 publications. These are the 2 books, 4 book chapters, and the 54 peer-reviewed articles in journals. 37 academic staff are now listed on the Google Scholar, and 28 are recognized as scientists, 8 in the top 70 per side. We hosted the 43rd APAM Roundtable Conference, where 30 of our staff attended and presented the papers. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to turn to our graduates. Our graduates, this is a moment. This moment reflects the dedication, resilience, and intellectual spirit that define our institution. I personally salute our PhD graduates for having arrived at this pinnacle of this academic journey. The inquest into knowledge has only begun. You have now signed an agreement to be a lifelong student and inquirer into knowledge. You are no longer ordinary. Today, you become doctors of philosophy, a special tribe of academicians. Take with you the lessons you have learned with UMI, but never forget the people who walk this journey with you. Stay connected, support one another, and contribute to the communities that nurtured you. In doing so, you will not only enhance your own success, but also create a ripple effect of progress for many others. Variously, return to enrich your alma mater. Mr. Chancellor said education is more than just acquiring knowledge. It's about curiosity, discovery, and a continuous pursuit of learning. As you step beyond the doors of UMI, I encourage you to carry these values with you. Research and innovation are the cornerstones of trainings we offer to UMI. Global research and innovation have always been at the heart of progress. Every major achievement in art, technology, and sociology has been driven by those who dare to ask questions, challenge norms, and seek solutions. No matter your causal field, I urge you to cultivate a mindset of inquiry. Beyond research, lifelong learning is essential in a world that is constantly evolving. The degrees and diplomas you receive today are not just certificates of achievements, but they are reminders that education is an ongoing journey. You have a responsibility to be critical thinkers and active participants in shaping society. Whether in governance, healthcare, education, or sustainability, or your knowledge and skills give you the power to influence positive change. The world needs thoughtful leaders, ethical decision makers, and individuals who are willing to stand up for justice and progress. Use your education to not only build successful careers, but also to contribute meaningfully to our communities. Mr. Chancellor, sir, much of the Institute is running smoothly. There are challenges the Institute is trying to overcome. Among them, Mr. Chancellor, sir, include lack of funding for capital and infrastructure development of Mbarara, Mbale, and Kampala. Increasing demand of UMI remote services, yet we are short on the capital funding to facilitate this sphere. The Institute requires about 15.4 billion to commence the desired and planned development initiatives. The Institute also experiences inadequate funding to recruit new staff and to promote deserving members of staff. Currently, the teaching staff level are below average as per the staff structure. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the Institute requires 1.7 billion to bring on board new staff to support the delivery of VMI services. And lastly, limited funding towards research and innovation to support the Institute's strategic direction. Our Chief Guest, sir, will request your support in securing the required funds to overcome the challenges. I once again congratulate our grand ones here today on the feat well achieved. Allow me to remind our grand ones that a UMI alumni never sits in the passenger seat. Is always in the driver's seat. So go back and sit in the driver's seat wherever you are. For God and my country.
Thank you so much, Director General, Dr. James Nkata. Mr. Chancellor, sir, permit me to request you to address the congregation.
Our chief guest, the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, the Honorable Minister of State for Higher Education and Sports, Honorable Members of Parliament, the Head of Public Service, Permanent Secretaries, the Chairperson and members of the UMI Governing Council, the Director General, the graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to stand before you today as we congregate in this convocation to celebrate commitment, drive, and the determination to get oneself better. When you better yourself by way of study, you nurture contacts, test your value system, and your worldview is put to test. You meet others with divergent views, and all these combined make you a graduate. We gather to reflect on the role of research, community engagement, and innovative approaches to education, work ethic, technology, and justice and conflict resolution in shaping a peaceful and prosperous society. At Uganda Management Institute, we are committed to generating knowledge that informs policy, strengthens institutions, and transforms communities for the better. Graduation is just a culmination of years of hard work. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with opportunities, challenges, and responsibilities. As you step forward into this next phase of your life, I urge you to reflect on an essential value that has been instrumental in your journey, the value of community. The world you are carrying your skills set to is intricate, ever evolving, and teeming with opportunity. It calls for individuals who are not only intellectually adept, but also compassionate, ingenious, empathetic, guided by unwavering integrity and emotional intelligence. Be audacious in your aspirations, resolute in your convictions, and committed to the pursuit of lifelong learning. True success is not measured by accolades or material wealth, but by the legacy you build and the lives you uplift. Later in this speech, I shall talk about two concepts that I have reflected on and I find dear to society: the concept of conflict resolution and its tenet offspring, alternative justice systems. Let me turn to the all-important issue of research. Like I did at the last graduation convocation, I would like to appreciate the investment in research, both by the Institute and the graduates here. It is imperative that as a country, we invest in research if we are to continue existing as a people. The race to space is anchored in the desire to solve the need for the infinite resources that we use as a species. Those societies, those that crack the next fire source, will control humanity. As Africans, we cannot be absent from this new search for modern fire and stone. Only apt investment in scientific research, but with a human fear, will get us there. Right Honorable Speaker, I ask Parliament to be very resolute on investment into research. UMI will be your go-place for policy-based research collaborations. Research is the cornerstone of innovation and progress. It provides us with evidence-based solutions to the complex challenges our government, our organizations, and communities face. As an institution of higher learning, we must foster a culture of inquiry, ensuring that our research addresses national and regional priorities. By bridging the gap between academia and policymakers, our research must translate into actionable strategies that promote good governance, economic development, and social well-being. I encourage our scholars to focus on pragmatic solutions, ones that address issues such as governance inefficiencies, economic resilience, and peace building. Community engagement as a pillar of societal transformation. UMI as an institute is not an isolated entity. It thrives when it actively engages with the community it serves. We must continue to work closely with local leaders, businesses, and civil society organizations to drive sustainable development. Through capacity building programs, policy dialogues, and civic education, we can empower our people with the knowledge and skills necessary to solve local challenges. Community engagement must be at the heart of our work, ensuring that knowledge is not confined to classrooms and research papers, but is applied to improve lives. I now turn to a subject I hold dear: alternative justice systems for peaceful coexistence. Right Honorable Speaker, I am in this official retirement a student and advocate of alternative justice systems, and I would like to make a plea on this subject that I find not only very close to my professional practice, but also to a calm, peaceful coexistence in our communities. That is the theory of alternative justice systems. The formal judicial system plays a pivotal role in dispensing justice, but is often overburdened, slow, and sometimes inaccessible to marginalized groups. Alternative justice systems include mediation, arbitration, and traditional dispute resolution mechanisms, and they offer complementary solutions that are efficient, community-driven, and culturally relevant. I urge Parliament to closely look at formalizing and advocating for this. To UMI and the graduates here today, research into alternative justice systems and their implementation and benefit society will enrich our contribution to society. Many of you from here will be senior public officers serving in various capacities. You will be confronted with the disputes in society or at your workplaces. Your ability to help in resolving those conflicts will be paramount and a reflection of the training you have obtained from this institution. By integrating traditional African conflict resolution methods within modern legal frameworks, we can foster justice that is restorative rather than punitive. This approach enhances social cohesion, reduces case backlogs in courts, and strengthens community bonds. Our institutions must research and promote these methods to ensure their legitimacy and effectiveness in becoming the backbone of an equitable society. Right Honorable Speaker, may I use this opportunity and through you to have a message to the the Honorable Legislature. Conflict is not managed properly. Conflict, if not managed properly, can be a major impediment to progress. Whether in government, workplaces, or communities, disagreements are inevitable. However, the way we handle these disputes determines whether they lead to growth or destruction. In government, conflict often arises from competing interests, policy disagreements, or resource allocation. We must institutionalize mechanisms for dialogue, consensus building, and transparent decision-making to foster national unity and stability. In workplaces, disputes can hinder productivity and morale. Organizations must adopt conflict resolution strategies such as negotiation, open communication, and employee mediation programs to create harmonious work environments. You graduates here today should go and be the champions of systemic conflict resolutions. At the community level, disputes over land, resources, and cultural differences require structured mediation processes that uphold justice and equity while preserving relationships and empathy. Community leaders and institutions like ours must provide platforms for dialogue and reconciliation to prevent escalation into violence. Mr. Director General and the head of the Research Center, I urge you to source for funds to provide training to community leaders on conflict resolutions and alternative justice systems. There is a lot of possibilities of funding towards this area of amicable, sociable, and conscionable living. As we look ahead, I would like, on behalf of UMI, to reaffirm and commit the Institute to research-driven solutions, active community participation, and innovative approaches to justice and conflict resolution. As a management institute, UMI must put herself at the forefront of finding solutions to public conflict and the various social and political pressures that cause disharmony and threaten to tear the social fabric. We can only be relevant if we have answers to a people's questions, not just provide procedures to places of work. Uganda Management Institute will continue to be a hub of knowledge, a bridge between academia and policy, and a catalyst for sustainable peace and development. The knowledge you have acquired here must be used meaningfully to participate in public discourse on matters of public interest. As land people, your impact must be seen and felt. I feel very happy and proud when I see some of our own, like Professor Karieja, appearing on television, giving opinions and ideas on topical issues. I urge all of you academics, policymakers, business leaders, and community members to work together in creating a society where conflicts are resolved peacefully, justice is accessible to all, and knowledge is used as a tool for transformation. People must be encouraged to open their minds when dealing with society issues. When people close their minds to thinking and new ideas, society goes into problems. As one writer put it, minds, like parachutes, only work when open. Many people who refuse to open their minds to new ideas or advice later regret it, and often they do so after much harm to themselves or to society. Let us all open our minds to new ideas and concepts so that together we can build a Uganda that thrives on unity, justice, and shared prosperity. Once again, congratulations to the graduates, and thank you for listening to me. For God and my country.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chancellor. Chancellor, sir, allow me to introduce some of the people in your tent before we move to the next level. We have got our dear chairperson of Uganda Management Governing Council, Engineer Dr. Stephen Paul Kagoda. We also have the Vice Chairperson, UMI Governing Council, Honorable Dr. Margaret Nantongoziwa. Yeah, we have got the Director General of Uganda Management Institute, Dr. James Nkata. We have got the Director Programs and Students Affairs, Dr. Stanalas Dr. Stanalas Kasozi Mulindwa. We have also got the Director Finance and Administration, who is Secretary to Governing Council and is also President of the African Association of Public Administration and Management, APAM, Dr. John Nakabago. Sir, we have council members. We have other council members, and these include, we have the KCCA representative, Mr. Male Kenneth. We have got Mr. Alinafe Kalule, who happens also to be the APAM representative. We have Associate Professor Gerard Kareja. We have got Mr. Abubakar Sekajako, who is students, We have got Mr. Charles Okoth Award, public representative. He's over there. Allow me, Mr. Chancellor, sir, to recognize the presence of our former directors. We have got Mr. James Kalebo, former director, Uganda Management Institute, is with us. We have also got former Director General, Dr. John Chiagan Subuga. And we have the former Director of Finance and Administration, Mr. Deo Lukonji Bosa. Allow me at this moment to invite the representative of the minister, Mr. Mukwatampola Muzaffar, Commissioner, Admissions, Scholarship and Students Affairs, who is going to make comments, present the minister's remarks. And thereafter, I request Mr. Mukwatampola to invite our chief guest, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Thomas Taiwa, to address the congregation. Thank you.
Our chief guest, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable ministers present, honorable members of Parliament present, the Chancellor of Uganda Management Institute, the Chairperson and members of UMI Governing Council, the Director General and staff of the Uganda Management Institute, special invited guests, parents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. My name is Mukwatampola Muzamil. I'm Commissioner in the Directorate of Higher Education in the Ministry of Education and Sports, specifically responsible for scholarships and student affairs. I'm here to represent the Honorable Minister of State for Higher Education, Dr. Jesse Muyingo, who had been invited to be part of this ceremony. But because of other equally important duties, he has not been able to be here, and therefore asked me to represent him. I have a written message which you allow me deliver verbatim. The message reads, "It is my honor to be with you here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. I bring you greetings from the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mama Kataha Janet Museveni. The Minister of Education and Sports appreciates the great role the Uganda Management Institute is doing in training managers for this country in almost every sector. As a ministry, we are particularly proud of your participation in the Uganda Secondary Education Expansion Project by building capacity of our school leaders. We are sure that your support will lead to more efficient leaders in our schools across the country. The message to the graduates. I would like to congratulate all the graduates for having reached this day. Congratulations, our dear graduates. May the knowledge and skills you have attained at Uganda Management Institute make your future bright. Today marks a significant milestone in your academic journey, and I am thrilled to share in your joy and jubilation. You present the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You have now been equipped with knowledge, skills, and critical thinking abilities that will serve you well in your future endeavors. Please note that education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but also about cultivating wisdom, character, and compassion. As you go forth, I encourage you to make a positive impact in the world. As you embark on this new chapter, you'll definitely face challenges, but also opportunities that will test your resolve, creativity, and resilience. Remember that success is not just about achieving your goals, but also about staying true to your values. Staying true to your values, principles, and faith. I urge you not to lose sight of your purpose, but you should also remain focused. Today, we celebrate your academic achievements, which are a testament to your hard work and perseverance. Your late night study sessions, early morning coffee runs, and countless hours of research have paid off. As you go forth, I challenge you to use your skills and knowledge to make a positive impact in the world. Remember, your education is not just a personal achievement, but also a tool for transforming your communities, workplaces, and families. As Ministry of Education and Sports, we are very proud of you, and we are very hopeful that you are going to cause a very positive impact to our country. Mr. Chancellor, sir, with those remarks from the Honourable Minister of State for Higher Education, I come to the end, but before I do so, I've been given another assignment to invite the chief guest. I now have the honor to invite our chief guests, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Thomas Taebwa, to address the congregation. You're welcome, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the representative of the Minister of State for Higher Education, my colleagues, members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, ambassadors, the chairperson, council, and your colleagues, the Director General, and most importantly, our graduates of today. I can only say congratulations. And in a special way, allow me to congratulate my sister, Rosemary Seninde, who is graduating with a PhD today. And my colleagues in Parliament, Honorable Minister Godfrey Kabyanga, MA Public Administration, Honorable Feta Geoffrey, MBA, Honorable Brenda Namkuta, Postgraduate Diploma in Monitoring, and Honorable Gabriel Okumu, and my sister Mildred at Heise. I saw her around. So I'm always happy to see my colleagues and friends. Today, we are here celebrating your resilience, your hard work, your determination, and your discipline. It's not a mean feat, because I know very many people would have loved to be here. But because of what it requires to be here, they would rather take a shortcut of NASA Road. They cannot manage a long cut. They would rather go for a shortcut. So it's a big honor for me to be here, to congratulate you, and witness this very important milestone in your lives. Mr. Director General, I always feel privileged to be invited here. And UMI is now my home, because it's my second time to be here. When I was appointed government chief whip, my first official function was to preside over graduation here. And now, as a deputy speaker, I'm back. It seems whenever I come here, I get good luck. Thank you. What we are interested in as a government is to see you become problem solvers. Because we already have enough graduates. We have many of them, very many. But we have a few problem solvers. And this is what I love about UMI. Because UMI, you've been able to shape our public service, you've been able to shape our civil society, you have been able to shape our research agenda, you've been able to shape the future of this country by training credible and able managers that have helped this country develop a resilient economy and go on a transformation journey. I congratulate UMI, and I hope we continue supporting you so that you can achieve this critical agenda. Now to you, the graduates, I hope and I pray that you'll be professionals of integrity, professionals who are looking forward to the future of their country being much better than how it is today. Professionals who will be good ambassadors of this great institution. Because if the previous graduates of this institution had not been good ambassadors, I don't think you would be here. You've been here because of the success story of this institution that is embedded in the way its alumni have taken themselves. So now you have a great challenge of being better ambassadors to this great institution, because the moment it grows in integrity, the moment it grows in ranking, the moment it grows in the role it plays in society, that growth is added on your academic transcript. So it is a challenge to you to ensure that you keep the name and integrity of this institution. And I do hope also the management keeps the name and integrity of this institution. And I'm really happy to see my brother, Engineer Kagoda here, with whom I worked at Makerere University Council for some good years, being the chairperson council. He knows some of us are very strong on issues of keeping a strong institution, of fighting duplication of courses, and I want to congratulate you, Director General, for ensuring that you strengthen the current courses you have, instead of duplicating the different courses, like I see in many institutions. I want to challenge you as graduates that this graduation is not a final journey. You've not reached your destination. No. Instead, you've just begun a journey of continuous learning, of self-improvement, and of growth. The moment you go and you say, I'm done, you know, it's my brother Odonga Oto who used to tell us that Professor Ogenga Ratigo is educated so much, he has a PhD and is a professor. The man went to school to the extent that one day, when he woke up, he found a signpost on his door saying, no more school ahead for you. You know? No. You have to continue running. The current deputy governor, Bank of Uganda, he was a professor, but he went for an MBA. I've seen for senior professors going for diplomas, going for certificates. So it's very, very important. Don't be comfortable. Don't just go into celebration, but challenge yourself to more celebration, to more graduations, to more professional improvement. And that's the only way you will benefit from your academic credentials. I also urge you to love your country. Sometimes we behave as if we have another country. You write off your country. But when I see the steps this country has taken, I feel proud about it. And I feel proud the elders that we have, the role they've played in putting our country back onto a journey of transformation, onto a road of transformation. I really, really feel proud. It's a country where anyone can have opportunities. I don't think when I was growing up, dreaming of being a teacher in secondary school, I never thought that without someone hand-holding me, having a political godfather, having who, I never thought I would ever reach where I've reached. But I've taken my chances. I've been focused. I've been intentional. Because procrastination is what we usually focus on. But the moment you know that with your determination, even the sky won't be the limit. You are going to be speakers, you are going to be presidents, you are going to be CEOs of top companies, you are going to be permanent secretaries. It's only you who can limit yourselves. It's only you who can limit yourselves. The moment you say, I don't have any boundaries in what I'm doing and in what I'm determined to achieve, I'm really, really sure that you will achieve beyond what anyone ever thought that you would get. But this will require a lot of discipline. It will require a lot of discipline and sacrifices. Like in diplomacy, we say there is no free lunch. There is no free success. There is no free success. You know? Because sometimes I'm watching, like on social media, I say, if for example, I posted myself dancing Hozambe, I would have 1 million likes in 20 minutes. If I posted the speech I've made here, I would have only 20 likes in 2 days. Now, it's a challenge. Where is your focus? Is it in Hozambe Shifra? Or it's asking ourselves difficult questions of our generation? I think that's where we are missing it. So I urge you that please, let's make those sacrifices, then we shall be able to reap the benefits of our hard work. Finally, I've heard you, Director General. Yes, it's a shame when you have an institution, a university, where you don't promote academic professionals. Really, that's really, really wrong. And that's why now we have refocused and said academic institutions, our universities, must be funded so that they can be able to promote their staff who meet the qualification. Because if you have enough peer-reviewed papers, you've done the publications, you have done mentoring, you have met all the requirements provided for in the human resource manual of your institution. And I was meeting a certain institution which has not promoted for 10 years. And we said, no, this is unacceptable. So I urge you, please, share with us your promotion plan so that we can provide you that funding, working with the government. It's one of the priorities we are going to focus on in this coming financial year. On research, yes, we must fund our own research as a government, because he who pays the piper calls the tune. And I think we have learned lessons. Most of the countries globally are now looking inward in terms of funding. They are having their national priorities. Citizens of the countries who have been helping us so much are asking that before you solve our internal problems in our countries, why are you sending money abroad? So we have to go back, we rethink, we reprioritize, we make serious sacrifices. We fight issues that make us lose money. We fight corruption. We ensure we bring integrity in what we are doing. You know, I see the Deputy IGG here, Dr. Patricia. When she gives you the statistics, and corruption is in many ways. There is corruption out of your laziness. If you don't do your work, then that's corruption, because you're cheating. If you're a lecturer and you're supposed to have a teaching load minimum 10 hours, and you only do 4 hours, then it's a problem. We are losing money, you know? We are losing money, so we must do much. But we now need research from you that is going to support our strategy as a government. We have a 10-fold growth strategy where we want to grow our economy from $55 billion to $500 billion by 2040. Now, anyone who is going to their country, this is what we are going to focus on. And our strategy is based on 8 Ms: agro-industrialization, tourism, mineral development, science, technology, and innovation. We believe if we focus on these areas, we are going to transform our country, and I do hope, Mr. Director General, if you really want us to support you on research, okay, your research must be aligned with the national interests of the government and the country and the future plans of this country. So I urge you, UMI, to take the lead in ensuring that we achieve this critical agenda. I congratulate you and thank you for inviting me.
Those were the wise words from the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of our Parliament of Uganda, and we really appreciate his speech. We appreciate his words. I'm sure we have picked a number of points that he has raised as we proceed with our ceremony. Mr. Chancellor, sir, we really appreciate and thank our chief guest as he gets out. And I have been also reminded that we need to recognize that the chief guest is not only the Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, but he has been appointed lately as the President of the Organization of Africa, Caribbean, Pacific States Parliamentary Assembly and co-president of the European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly. We congratulate him upon that appointment, and we are proud to associate with him in that capacity. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to continue and recognize other guests in the congregation, and I will, at this moment, take a pleasure to introduce the members of the Diplomatic Corps, and I request them to stand up for recognition. Members of the Diplomatic Corps from different countries. Thank you very much for honoring our occasion.